Hello students. Now when we have to solve MI question problem. Before that MI question problem, we have to understand where we have to use parallaxis theorem or not. Okay. So now question number 1, which is when parallaxis theorem is used. Parallaxis theorem is used when as a section is symmetric about any axis, then no need to use parallaxis theorem. अगर कोई भी सेक्शन x एक्सिस और y एक्सिस में सिमेट्रिक रहेगा, देन आपको पैरेलल थ्योरम यूज करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Now note number 2, as section is unsymmetric about any axis, either from x-axis either from y axis, then parallaxis theorem is used. As section is unsymmetric, then we have to find out x bar and y bar. अगर सेक्शन x एक्सिस में y एक्सिस में unsymmetric रहेगा, then always we have to use parallaxis theorem. If we have to use parallaxis theorem, then we have to always find out x bar and y bar. Okay. Now we have to find x bar and y bar. There are two cases. Okay. As section is symmetric, then x bar and y bar directly find out. Now case number 2, as section is unsymmetric, then x bar and y bar is find out by two formulas, which is already done in mechanics. X bar is equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 up to an xn whole divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3 up to area of nth number. Okay. Similarly, y bar, which is a1 y1 plus a2 y2 plus a3 y3 up to an yn whole divided by a1 plus a2 plus a3 up to nth area. Okay. So this should be procedure you have to know. Without this, you can't solve any MI question problem. Okay. As section where we have to use parallaxis theorem or where we have to not use parallaxis theorem. As section is symmetric about any axis, then no need to use parallaxis theorem. As section is unsymmetric about any axis, then we have to use parallaxis theorem. As section is unsymmetric, then always you have to find out x bar and y bar. Okay. X bar y bar, finding of x bar y bar has two cases. Okay. Section is symmetric, then use this case number 1, and section unsymmetric, use this case number 2. Okay. I hope you will understand all this concept. Now students, problems on MI. The first problem, which is a square has a side of 120 mm. Calculate moment of inertia about vertical centroidal axis and its base. Okay. So first of all, given a square has a side that we have to draw. First of all, square of side of 120 mm. The side is 120. This is 120 mm. This is also 120 mm. Okay. Now we have to find out the MI. So given side of square, first of all, given side is equal to 120 mm. We have to find out moment of inertia about vertical centroidal axis. Vertical centroidal axis, that is denoted by vertical means vertical axis. Okay. That is called as a vertical centroidal axis. That is called as y axis. We have to find out. That is to find first moment of inertia about y axis and second about its base. So let us consider this is a square a b c d. तो ये स्क्वायर का बेस कौन है? ये ए बी है. तो दैट इज वी हैव टू फाइंड मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया अबाउट इट्स बेस. दैट इज मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया अबाउट इट्स ए बी. सो नाउ फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी नो द डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया अबाउट vertical axis. So we know that moment of inertia about vertical axis, that is Iyy is equal to dvq divided by 12. D, which is 120, into b, which is also again 120, q divided by 12. Calculate this answer. You will get 1.728 into 10 raised to 7, which is in mm raised to 4. So this is the moment of inertia about vertical centroidal axis. So our first approach is completed. Now go for second approach, which is our base. अभी यहाँ पे base कौन है? A B. This is our base. Okay. ये base horizontal में square है, उसको कुछ ना कुछ axis रहने वाला है. That is called as x axis. Okay. और ये AB, that AB we have to find out the moment of inertia about AB. That AB is called as again axis है. तो यहाँ पे AB is parallel to x axis, then we can apply parallaxis theorem. Hence, as AB is parallel to x axis, this is called as B, this is called 120 mm. Okay, as AB is parallel to XS axis, hence we can use parallel axis theorem. Parallel axis theorem. So parallel axis theorem, what we say is that moment of inertia about a line parallel to x axis. The line parallel to x axis, that is AB. That's why moment of inertia of AB is equal to the sum of moment of inertia of axis passing through the centroid. That is called as xx into product of area and square of perpendicular distance between the two axes. Okay. So here we have to find out Ixs. So directly we know the value of Ixs. So directly formula BD cube divided by 12 plus area. Directly we know the area. We can find out the area of the side, which is side square. That is side square into h. The h is the distance between two axes. So let us, this is total 120. So h will be defined by h is equal to 120 divided by 2. That is called as 60, which is in angle. So here h again as it is. So moment of inertia by AB is equal to B, which is 120. D is also 120 cube whole divided by 12 plus side, which is 120 square into h, which is 60 square. Okay. So now calculate this all term. You will get moment of inertia about AB, which is equal to 6.912 into 10 raised to 7. Unit is mm raised to 4. So this is the moment of inertia about the base AB. Okay. Our second approach also get completed. Now student, question number 2. Determine polar moment of inertia of hollow circular section of diameter 100 mm and 80 mm. Okay. Hollow circular section, the given data, which is capital D is equal to 100 mm, small d, which is equal to 80 mm. Okay. Find out, first of all, find out polar moment of inertia, that is IP, polar moment of inertia. Now solution, polar moment of inertia, we know the formula. We know that polar moment of inertia is equal to Ixx plus Iyy. Okay. Therefore, for hollow circular section Ixx is equal to Iyy is equal to pi by 64 d raised to 4 minus small d raised to 4. Okay. So now pi by 64 as it is, capital D, which is 100, so 100 raised to 4 minus small d, which is 80 raised to 4. Calculate this term. Okay, and multiply with pi and divided by 64. You will get Ixx is equal to Iyy is equal to 28.9811 into 10 raised to 5 mm raised to 4. Okay. Now the equation 1, let us say this is our equation number 1. So now equation 1 will be, therefore equation 1 will be polar moment of inertia is equal to Ixx value, which is 28.9811 into 10 raised to 5 plus 28.9811 into 10 raised to 5. You will get polar moment of inertia, which is 57.9623 into 10 raised to 5, which is in mm raised to 4. So polar moment of inertia we also got. So this is our required answer for polar moment of inertia. Hello students. Now next topic, which is MI of triangle, moment of inertia for triangle. So now here I am draw triangle ABC, which has a width B and height is H. Okay. Now centroid is G, and from the centroid XS axis passing, that is moment of inertia for Ixx. Okay. Direct basic formula, the moment of inertia about Ixx is equal to BH cube divided by 36. Similarly, moment of inertia about base, means that line, if axis passing through that base, okay, that moment of inertia, which is BH cube divided by 12. Similarly, if this axis, if any axis passing through the apex, then moment of inertia for apex is equal to bh cube divided by 4. Okay, these are the three formulas moment of inertia about the triangle. When axis passing through the centroid, when axis passing through the base, when axis passing through the apex. Okay. Now area for triangle we already know, half into base into height. Okay. IYY for triangle, because section is symmetric about YY axis, therefore HB cube divided by 40. This is IYY. And x bar and y bar. X bar which is equal to b by 2. Y bar is equal to h by 3. That is called as y bar. H by 3. That is called as y bar. Okay. So depending upon that relationship between, we are going to discuss question number 1 for the triangle. So question number 1, which is a right angle triangle ABC has base BC is equal to 75 mm, vertical side AB is equal to 90 mm, that such that angle B is equal to 90 degree. Calculate MI of a triangle ABC about the centroid axis XH. Also calculate MI about the base BC and axis passing to the apex A. So first of all, sort out some given data given which is equal to AB base BC. First of all, we have to draw a diagram, because depending upon the diagram we can sort out given data. A right angle triangle. So right angle triangle, which is this is our right angle triangle. Okay. In that right angle triangle, what we have to know, a right angle triangle ABC has base BC. So this is your base BC, which is 75 mm. Okay. Vertical side AB, that is ABC, that vertical side which is 90 mm. Okay. Next, angle B is at 90 degree. Obviously, calculate MI of a triangle, that is B is already given as 75 and H is given as 90 mm. This is called as 75 mm, H given as 90 mm. Now we have to find out, first of all we have to find out, calculate moment of inertia about an ABC about centroidal axis, means we have to find out IXX first. Next, also calculate moment of inertia about the base, that base is called as BC, so base BC. And third, we have to calculate moment of inertia about an axis passing to apex A. Okay, so apex A, that is called as apex A, or you can also calculate a moment of inertia about point A. Okay, so for this solution we already know this diagram. Now go for directly formula. We know the moment of inertia about XX axis passing through the, that is passing through the centroid, that is x axis, that is passing the centroid. For that moment of inertia, Ixx is equal to bh cube divided by 36, b which is 75, h which is 90 cube divided by 36. After the calculation you will get Ixx is equal to 1.5178 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. This is your moment of inertia about Ixx. Similarly, we have to find out moment of inertia about base. We directly know the formula moment of inertia about the base, which is bh cube divided by 12. Therefore, b base BC is equal to b h cube divided by 12. That b is called 75, h is 90 cube whole divided by 12. Therefore, I of BC we got, which is equal to 4.5562 into 10 raised to 6 again mm raised to 4. So this is our required answer for moment of inertia about its base. Now we have to find out moment of inertia about apex. Therefore, moment of inertia about apex, the apex point is A. That's why we can also write moment of inertia about point A. We know that the directly formula moment of inertia about apex, which is bh cube divided by 4. Hence we write bh cube divided by 4. That b is 75, h is 90 cube divided by 4. Calculate this, you will get moment of inertia about apex, which is 13.6687 into 10 raised to 6 again mm raised to 4. So this will get moment of inertia about its apex. So our 3 aim is conclude. We got all three, find out. Okay, so this is the required answer and required theory about the triangle.